"You're looking very svelte," he said. Svelte, as if everything is completely normal. I said, "Yes, I know, it's just alcohol all the time, it's fantastic. I've been on it for a fortnight and I've already lost 3 days. Am I stupid? I must be. Why do I want him? I don't even know who he is. He took hard to lunch today. "It's Alexandra's first day. I'm taking you down to the Thai place," he said. I said, "Fine." She was a huge help out in Hamburg. She speaks the language. Her mother Swiss speaks Italian too. "It's a huge advantage having languages in life," he said. "Do you speak another language, Justine?" I said, "French. Bad schoolgirl French." And I thought he might have the balls to make a joke about bad schoolgirls. But he didn't. I went to the pub. I wanted a drink. There was a leaving do on. Not someone I really know, but the same building. The graphics place on the top floor, you know. There was a woman there. She was kind to me.
Next up, this will be Ogi Moxon's speech on being hard. I'm Ogi Moxon. We said you'd have to use your imaginations. I'm Ogi, and I'm on his night. As to Gabbert, I'm on. As Marco in the church, as concrete on your head, I'm hard. As if calculus, I'm on. As learning Hebrew is on, then so am I. Even bastard knows I'm rook. His cane wilts like an old sock. And if any teachers in the shitpot school with the degrees and bad breath lay a finger on me, God be my judge, I'll have a hide. And if not me, our nobby will be up to this knowledge college in a flash.
A mummy bear, 2 baby boy bears, and a girl cub. The mummy bear seemed to love the boy cubs and seemed to hate the girl cub. This was a strange family because, you see, Mummy Bear was sick. But she didn't want to worry her darling little boy cubs. But the girl cub, while worrying her, she didn't mind so much. Mummy Bear didn't like girl cubs. You know why? It's because they weren't dozy with her charms. And Mummy Bear didn't like that. She liked her charms. Because her charms were all she had left. Time passed, and Mummy Bear started coming to the girl cub in the middle of the night, pregnant, with dark secrets.
Oh, really? Well, you know, I'll tell you what there is about me. See, there is an overwhelming and an all-pervading hatred. A hatred of people like you. I wake up with it. It wakes me up. It rides on the bus with me to work. It whispers to me, "They will not get away with it." So, I come in early. I make sure all the bindings are clean and all the electrodes are in the right order so we won't waste time. And I admit it, sometimes I use excessive force. And sometimes I use excessive force on an entirely innocent individual. But I'll tell you this, if an entirely innocent individual leaves this room for the outside world, they're not even gonna contemplate raising their voice to a little kid again just in case I hear him and I drag him back here.
On his knees, Mr. Satin, he says, I'm not a prick, but maybe that's what I need. You need to sort myself out, because I really think I could do it. I really think I could be a dad. See, look at this. And he gives me a roll of tennis. Maybe 200 quid. When they'll catch a bit up for the Xbox against the law. For you and for our family. And the thing with Kevin is like, I know he's a person with feelings, but I don't think he's really. He's just a big, ugly dog that no one wants, but who can be asked to drown. And next to him, I'm basically a goddess. And the idea of us getting properly together, a goddess and a dog, it just makes me want to laugh, but what if it is? Or what if it could be?
Because I know, in my heart, that if I wasn't there, not all of them would be there, because I'm a good policeman. Not necessarily good in the sense that I can solve lots of stuff, but good in the sense that I stand for something. I stand for something. And I stand on the right side. I may not always be right, but I stand on the right side, the child side. The opposite side to you. And so naturally, when I hear the child has been killed in a fashion like this little Jesus thing, God, I taught you to death just for writing something like that. Let alone acting out. He is not pretending. He yells up to you in a voice you can't mistake. He yells at you so the whole street can hear him. You're in my head. You're only in my head. You're in my head! Then he turns, walks away. You watch him go until you can't see him anymore. Then, you make a clean jump, all the way to the bottom. And your life goes dancing out the window.
Dad, you must never cry. I don't like looking at you when you do that. I don't like hearing you. I'm glad when she slams the door. She punches my head. BANG! What are you doing? It's cold upstairs, Mum. It's pitch black dark. It's like being blind. I don't want to go blind like Dad, Mum. I don't want to go blind. She pulls me by my arm and twists like she's wringing out washing. Don't be so very soft, she says. Don't be so very soft. I don't like thinking about him out there in the dark, banging into things. I don't like thinking about him, so I don't.
Wait again? Or move 3,000 miles? Change my name? Unlist my phone? Get a dog? I don't want to taste vomit every time the doorbell rings. I don't want to flinch when a man touches me. I won't wear a goddamn whistle. I want to live my life. He's never leaving this house. I'm not in shock. And more than ever, I know exactly what I'm saying. And you're not going anywhere. No! You leave this house, animal dies. From now on, I make my own law.
There's nothing to say, really. He climbed the ladder to heaven when I was only a child. He had cancer. He had bowel cancer. He farted a lot. Then He passed away. All in about 9 months. I was only 9. Nines are everywhere. That's the other thing I had to have done. I had to have a colonoscopy. I wouldn't have minded really, but all the other students had to look up my bum as well. It's not funny. He was the best dad in the world. He was only 46. I missed him like hell. I used to go to my mum and try and be good at that. I used to really try.
Alright, you listen now. I am dangerous. I am the type. I shot Andy Tefler because he let his ass get back. The alibi's pants. Of course I marked down as teaching that class. But come on, a tutorial for honour students at 9:15. There's only 3 of them and they don't show up till 11. I was at Andy's work, with my air gun. I shot him. I've always had this idea that I wanted to be dangerous, but nothing in my life ever was dangerous. So I had Andy. He wasn't a safe choice for a studious entomologist, and I loved that. Andy could tell you anything. He sold me Forever After and Undying Love. It was a hard sell, but I bought it in the end. He used to call me Dr. Murray, and we both get off on that. I was the sleek, sexy scientist, and he was the dodgy double dealer. Andy was a tricky proposition for anyone, except me.
And the stories got darker and darker and darker. And they got better and better due to the constant love and encouragement, as is often the case. But they got darker and darker due to the constant sound of child torture, as is often the case. It was the day of his 14th birthday that he was waiting to hear the results of a short story competition he had been shortlisted for. A note slipped out from underneath the room. A note that read, "They have loved you and tortured me for 7 straight years, for no other reason than an artistic experiment. An artistic experiment that's worked. You don't write about little green pigs anymore, do you?" And the note was signed, "Your brother," and it was written in blood.
When I was a little girl, my father was a king. A king that spoke of princess and princesses. A king that promised fairy tale weddings and cratchit Christmases. A king that was married to a queen that would someday marry a kingdom of my own. I would fantasize about letting my hair down till a canny prince would climb up it. I would ponder over spinning wheels that pricked and poisoned till I'd be awakened by a stranger's lips. I would live and hug of rosy apples with lethal juices so that I could die and be reborn by a handsome hunk on a horseback.